Welcome back to the show, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the Franky Villani shoes. These are the 417 NB numerics. Let's cut out all the BS, get right into it. Are they good shoes? Yes. Is there some downfall? Yes. Let's start on a positive note and go over some of the good things. First things first, I gotta say this is one of the most durable shoes I've ever skated. I've been skating blazers and slip-ons as my preferred shoes lately. So this wasn't like a huge jump into some new territory. I don't do a lot of big stunts or anything, so I value board feel over protection, but that doesn't mean that I don't want any type of cushion. The tongue also paper thin. There's not a lot of protection in the upper at all, which is nice for about a week, because after that I noticed they started to bag out. What I mean by bag out is that basically the upper part started to get real floppy and kind of compressed down a little bit. So when you're looking down at the shoe, you get this kind of bloated, I don't know, they deflated. Not a big fan of that. And like I've said in the past, I prefer a minimalist skate shoe. I don't like a lot of extra tubing and technology, and these aren't that at all. They're real straight to the point. Clean silhouette. I like the small New Balance logo. There's not a huge N on the side that you have to deal with all the time. I really like the look of this shoe. It's very clean cut and simple. I actually got a compliment on these when I was just wearing them out in the wild, which is, never really happens. So, somebody spotted them and said, hey, nice shoes. And I was like, thanks. And they didn't try to take them afterwards, so that's always a plus. One thing I'm not a big fan of with these is the toe cap. I don't like overlap on my toe cap. I like a clean, flat toe cap. The first thing I thought of when I put them on was that toe cap reminds me of a half cab, so it wasn't too much of a mental hang up. They have a really round toe box right here, so if you like a pointier toe, these aren't gonna be for you. The flick on these shoes, not bad. It's middle of the road. There's not a whole lot to it. It's basically just a really thin canvas fabric. I gotta say, the canvas that they did use is pretty damn durable though, because I didn't get any tearing right here, and I do a lot of heel flips, so usually this part right here would be pretty jacked. Did get some wear right there, but for that to not have come apart and the lace to be broken, that's a plus for these things. Also right here, you can see some of the stitching coming apart, but no hole. I've barely even worn down any of the foxing right there. And I do a lot of ollies and kick flips too, so that, speaks to the life of these things. One negative I do have though is as soon as I put these on, I wanted to take them off. Right when I got them out the box, I was like, these must be defective. It felt like I had switched feet. It felt like I had my left on my right and my right on my left. I was really put off right away about how uncomfortable they were just to walk in. And I almost didn't do this review because I was like, I'm not gonna skate in these. But then I decided I'm gonna give them a shot. When you skate a shoe, especially a Volk shoe, for 2-3 weeks, they start to feel real soft and pillowy, and it just becomes an extension of your foot. These never really got to that point. They kind of just started deflating before that even happened. So I was like, you know what, I'm kind of done skating these. Franky Villani is one of my favorite skaters, so I was kind of bummed I didn't fall in love with these. I really wanted to like these more than I did. Also, shoes are so subjective. What works for me might not work for you. I think these might be formatted for a wider foot, although when I put them on initially, they almost felt tight around the middle section and then loose around the toe area. So maybe they're just specifically designed for Franky Villani's foot. That'd be kind of weird. This is definitely a try on in the store first situation. Let's take a look at the underside. That's a lot of grip left. That's pretty damn good. For the amount I skated in these and the street skating that I do, that's a good amount of grip. I did notice some discoloration on the canvas part. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up right now. This is all very white, and then the canvas part started kind of fading into sort of an eggshell color. Now let's talk about the insole. To keep it real, they don't have a ton of impact protection. I felt the ground pretty hard on these things. There is not a lot of cushion, and I know it's a Outsole, but like I said, I've been skating Van slip-ons, and that pop cush insole actually does wonders. I'm not a fan of having to buy an aftermarket insole for any pair of shoes. I would just like shoe companies to start making better insoles. I don't know what's up with the skate shoe industry and paper thin insoles, but to me it's a pretty big part of the shoe. Like I said, I don't jump down stuff, but my feet were kind of hurting after these, I'm not gonna lie. So all in all, I'm gonna give these shoes, what are we doing, number system? I'll give them a C+. They're a passing grade. They're middle of the road for me. Shoes are so subjective. I'm just giving you guys my thoughts on them. And shout out to Tactics for sending me these. They were a solid shoe while I skated them, but I think I'm gonna go back to my slip-ons and blazers. All right guys, that's gonna do it. Short and to the point. Really just wanted to give you my thoughts on these things. And hopefully it'll help you make an informed decision if you decide to buy them or go try them on. All right, we're gonna end the video with a little battle I had for a trick at the skate park while I was skating in these. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Real quick, friendly reminder, there's a link in the description for tactics.com. If you click that link and buy something, I get a little cut of the purchase and it helps support the channel. So I really appreciate anybody that does that. And a huge shout out to all you guys that have used the link already. It really helps out and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much.